Bienvenidos. Welcome, everybody, right here on Chip Tooth Gaming. We're right back at you with another episode of Completely Consensual. To my left, we have Mikey Supercuts Doherty.
What's up, players? Why you gotta take a shot across the...
I got to. I wish Flowers was here because Flowers was going to get it too, not just you.
Flowers was on my side.
Flowers just got stuck in traffic.
Flowers is on the right side of history.
I don't know what that means. I'm afraid to ask.
No, but it's nothing bad.
I just heard history, and I don't like history, especially with Shawn. So I'm just trying to figure out where you're going at that. But yeah, guys, welcome back. I'm the host, your boy, Compa Andres, Mike Supercuts Doherty, and behind the scenes, we got Tambo. Tambo, what's up?
Damn, I didn't get shot at. But what's up?
Dude,
How you guys doing?
Want us to shoot at you? We can
I know,
shoot.
dude.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good. Mike.
What'd you call me, Mike?
Mike Supercuts.
Mike Supercuts Doherty.
That's what
And
they
the
probably
reason
call you.
why
They don't call you Mikey at Supercuts. They'll
They
be
call
like,
me SC.
hello, Mike.
I know they just probably just wake in like, oh, this guy again. Fuck.
Yeah.
$10 to fucking get over
Like, I
with.
fucked up his hair last time. Come on.
It's cool though.
You know what I did a couple times?
What's up?
I went in there and I've been like, you're the professional, figure it out. And I just let him do whatever.
No wonder I look at your hair sometimes and I'm just like, bruh.
No, it's before I used to shave my head like a skinhead.
Which is not good.
And then the tiki torch thing started happening. I was like, this probably isn't the best look. So, so I started getting myself a hairstyle. And then I didn't know what hairstyle I wanted to do. So I went to the professionals over at Supercuts.
They're barely called professionals.
And
They're like the people who passed Marinello school and is like, okay, here you go. Here's fucking
this
go to
episode
Supercuts.
is sponsored by Supercuts.
No, it's not. Anyways, guys, right here on Chip Tooth Gaming, where we talk about news, see what's going on, see the latest, see what's going on, all that good stuff. I'm repeating myself like I always do. I'm still getting used to this, guys. I'm still trying to get used to the hosting duties, but I'm glad you
what
guys.
about the girls out there?
Yeah, thanks. Cut myself on that one. Everybody, because everybody's inclusive. But you fucked me up, Mikey.
Such a dick.
It's all right. It's cool. I'm just getting
Jace
used to
is
it.
getting his sea legs. He's getting his little willy wet.
I know. I'm trying to be the host. Trying to be like you, Dad.
Thank you. It's all right. You'll get there.
Like I said, how you been, dude? Just get back into it. I mean, just want to see. I know you got time.
What are you doing?
I don't know, dude. I blacked out again. Fuck.
Oh, man. I am fantastic. A little on the busy side. Not too much time for gaming right now. Again, not that there's a ton out. Actually, there's a ton out. Just not a ton that I'm interested in. Kingdom Hearts came out.
Kingdom Hearts came out, and I'm still debating to get it. I have it pre-ordered. It's ready for me to
You
go
played
pick
the
it
other
up.
ones, right?
Yeah.
Just go fucking pick it up.
Dude, that's a time commitment.
Here's the thing.
What?
Kingdom Hearts. That was a good pregnant pause. Kingdom Cuts.
Kingdom Cuts? Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts
I love that crossover.
is written like a Ron L. Hubbard fucking book. The guy who created Scientology.
Oh, my God.
Like, I was watching like the little intro from Kingdom Hearts. What was it, 3?
Yeah. You watched the intro of it?
Yeah. The little intro with Mickey going. This fucking
Oh, explaining the whole backstory?
that guy.
God damn.
So he was.
I'm sorry, guys. I wish I had Flowers here. Flowers.
He was going
please.
through. Like,
He would just put you on check so bad.
He's going through the whole explanation of everything, and none of it made fucking goddamn sense. That game doesn't make a fucking lick of sense. He's like, "There's Order 13, but he went and he created Order 13, the real Order 13." And then he went off on this whole thing. It doesn't fucking make any goddamn sense. So what my point is here, my roundabout
I was going to
point
say,
is,
yeah, what's your point,
right,
dude?
is
It's a fucking great game.
I think Kingdom Hearts is linked to Scientology. That's all I'm going to say.
Don't hurt yourself stretching there, dude. God damn. I just know it has a bunch of Disney characters. I'm kidding. It's a really great story. You get lost in it, though, for sure. Like, you start losing. Who the Soulless? Oh, my God. What's going
The
on?
fact that I feel like Metal Gear's storyline makes more sense than Kingdom Hearts' storyline says how fucking complicated fucking Kingdom Hearts storyline is.
I think what hurt it a little bit was just, like, so much of the delay. Like, how long apart the games were.
Who
That's
gives a
really-
fuck about that?
I do. So, fuck you.
I guess.
But it's cool.
I guess I rest my case.
Flowers, he's not going to be here with us today. Again, he got stuck in traffic. But, he will be here with us next week. Tambo's here. He's always here.
Gone but not forgotten.
R.I.P.
What the fuck was that, Tambo?
What?
I just heard a big thud.
I know he got up. He wanted to say something.
Nah,
No, it's cool, man.
I just heard a big thud. My bad.
I miss Shawn, bro.
Me too.
Me too.
Look, gone, but not forgotten.
He's so cool, man. He brought so much coolness.
All right, he's not that cool, bro.
He's
Come on,
pretty cool.
come on.
He's a
You're just
podcast
like
guy.
juicing it.
He like made the like podcast cool. Without him, it's just two fat guys talking to mics. You know what I mean?
Thank
pretty
God I'm a
much.
producer.
I know. Right? That's cool. But other than that, it's cool. I mean, again, like you said, not that many games. I know, like, it's the next couple weeks, a lot of good games are going to be coming out. Like you said, Kingdom Hearts came out, Resident Evil, and then next month is the whole galore of games coming out, and I'm still trying to figure out
A
what
whole
games about.
galore.
That's the best way to describe it.
What games are coming out, guys?
Anthem, The Division.
Anthem's February?
Yeah. Anthem is February. At the end of it, though. At the end of it. Jump Force. There's like at least a good 5 games. I'm missing like 2 of them.
Other news.
Then Metroid.
Bunch of nerd games.
Speaking of news, let's get right into it, dude.
Who said news? Who
You
said
said
anything about
news.
it? All right, were you okay? Hold on. No.
What?
All right, how are you?
I'm getting into it.
How are you?
You want to talk
Come
about
here,
me,
come
dude?
here. Okay, how are
It's
you?
cool, dude.
How's Anthem? Because I know you're playing the beta.
Touch me. Get away from me.
Stop.
Yeah, what I've been playing is actually pretty cool. I've been playing Anthem. Besides the server issues, they had server issues. You couldn't really get into the game. Like the first day.
Sounds great.
Just sounds like a beta, right? But then after that, after they fix those issues, you'd play the game, and then sometimes you would hit an infinite loading screen, which would make you pretty much close the application, close the app, and then reopen it and get back into it. Kind of annoying because it happened to me back to back to back. And I'm like, what the fuck? They don't want me to play Anthem. But luckily, this weekend, what's the weekend? The 1st through the 3rd, I believe they're going to be just another free beta.
Look out.
So if you're
Okay.
interested in playing, download beta this weekend. Download the Anthem beta this weekend. Really cool.
Do
Get
you
into
like
it.
closing and restarting games?
This
I
is
got
the
the
game for you.
Just for you.
It's a really cool game, dude. But yeah, I'm just
Do
waiting.
you feel like
for-
Iron Man?
I feel like
That's the important fucking
There's a Hulk
question.
Buster. There's a thick boy in there. There's a thick
boy?
thick boy javelin suit up in there. Oh, he wrecks shit up, dude. You see gameplay? Watch gameplay of it, dude. Pick the javelin.
I've seen.
It's fucking. Oh, dude, he wrecks shit. It's like Tambo in a suit. It's fucking just wrecking shit.
Fucking Tambo is. Some say Tambo is our Hulk Buster.
It's cool, man. But yeah, I mean, nothing too much, nothing too crazy. It's kind of a light week this week. Think the Super Bowl was really affecting the news.
But speaking of fucking Super Bowl,
What's going on?
have you heard the Disney leaks?
Disney leaks?
Yeah.
Spill the beans, dude.
I'll spill the leaks right all over your forehead, young man. Disney just bought a whole ton of fucking Super Bowl ads. So a new Captain Marvel trailer, new Avengers Infinity
I heard
War
about the
trailer,
Infinity War trailer.
a new Spider-Man Homecoming trailer, a new Spider-Man fucking Mysterio trailer, whatever the fuck the
really?
fucking
Isn't it-
name
I
of that
mean,
fucking
hopefully
thing is
that's
called.
true. I think it's too soon for that, but okay.
No, why?
It's way too soon for another. I mean, it might be like a 30-second
It's coming out in like 3
in
months,
July.
4 months.
Captain Marvel comes out in March. I'm excited for
Yeah,
it.
it's not too soon.
Infinity War's closer.
The only reason we haven't seen it sooner is because of
because of what?
Endgame and Infinity War.
True.
They didn't want to spoil anything.
It's hard not to, right?
And then they dropped the trailer for some reason, which spoiled.
Hey, Spider-Man survives. Oh,
And Nick Fury.
and Nick Fury. Fuck, you're right.
Spread snap.
God damn.
Black don't crack.
Well,
Get it?
I'm,
Because he cracked this song. Anyway.
I'm excited. The Super Bowl. I'm more excited for because my Raiders aren't playing. I'm excited for the ads. It's always about the commercial ads.
You fucking fake sports fan.
I'll just call it what it is, dude.
We get it. Brady's going to win.
You shut your whore mouth.
He win, does he not? You know?
I mean, I'm going for, Jared Goff, Berkeley kid.
There are fucking
Sounds
people
good.
falling asleep at the wheel fucking listening to our fucking sports.
It's a
ramble.
sports podcast now.
Welcome to sports.
Welcome
ball.
to sports. We're going to do the golf commentators now. It's all good. All quiet. But yeah.
But I'm fucking okay. No, sorry.
No, bring it up. 'cause
My
I'm-
original point was that Avengers Endgame trailer is gonna be coming out, and I am so I don't think I've ever been this excited for a movie before. And I know I probably said that about Infinity War. I know I keep touching you this podcast.
It's
too,
okay.
so
So it's the
often.
wine. You're drinking wine
Well, I see
again.
that.
So that's the
Sorry, yeah.
fucking reason why.
No, I mean again, it doesn't affect me. It phases me.
But you're excited?
Some say it doesn't phase me. Yeah, I'm super excited. I found myself like every morning waking up and watching like an hour of like theories like on YouTube.
Oh, dude, I've been down
I
that
fall
rabbit hole.
down that like
You
rabbit hole
find it.
every morning.
theory, the quantum realm. How is he gonna get back? Captain Marvel's gonna save him. All this other shit.
Yeah.
Trust me. I mean,
Doctor Strange is in the quantum realm.
I'm to the point where it's like, you know what? I'm tired of reading stuff. I'm tired of seeing stuff. Just let me get the movie. If I get too much more into the rabbit hole, I'll get tired of it, and I won't be as excited for the movie.
No, see, that's where I'm a little different. Is like
You'll
that stuff gets me more excited, and even if it spoils something for me, like when I remember when Infinity War came out, it spoiled that Thanos clip of him in nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's like a clip of that got leaked like a week before. Like,
Yeah, and you're like, what the
and
fuck?
I ate that shit up. I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited for this. This shit looks so legit. Blah 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 blah. So I just get more excited about it, and god damn, I just want to see the conclusion to that fucking
It's gonna be a crazy
fucking series. And the thing I don't like.
What did you like?
Again, we're just getting off the rails here a little bit.
A little bit.
But the thing I don't like. Like, please bring it back. No, I don't like the universe shit that they're gonna be doing for Phase 4.
Oh, they're trying to go.
Yeah, they're doing cosmic.
Yeah, they're trying to go.
And I
there.
feel like they're gonna lose me a little bit, and especially since we're not gonna be getting a Guardians 3.
Yeah, James Gunn's gonna be too busy doing the relaunch of Suicide Squad. They're calling
He
it a
needs to
relaunch.
do the relaunch of fucking DCU.
He might be the savior. Let it be, man. Let it be. I'm excited for those movies for sure. Definitely when those movies come out, when they get closer, we're for sure gonna go dive deep into the universe and talk a lot more about Marvel, talk about what they do good of and everything like that. So I'm excited for those podcasts coming up because I know we're for sure gonna do something for Captain Marvel comes out.
Infinity War for sure.
Infinity War, hands down, not even a question.
Yeah, we'll do that like night of.
I'm down.
Yeah,
we're definitely gonna do something for
and
you guys.
Flowers or Tambo doesn't like it.
No, people are gonna love that movie.
We still
but
gotta do
again, well, when that gets closer, we'll for sure talk a lot about more. But right now, let's get into some gaming news.
Let's get into the news. Sorry, I'm trying to.
It's cool.
I'm trying to help the segues.
A little bit. I appreciate you.
Do
You know what I'm excited for?
do
dude?
noise. What are you excited for, Andres?
Well, this is totally not to do with gaming news, but I just remembered hearing on the radio that Ron Burgundy doesn't have his own podcast.
Who the fuck
Next
is
week.
Ron Burgundy?
You don't know Ron fucking Burgundy.
No.
Anyways, guys.
Who the fuck is Ron Burgundy?
Tweet at Cheeks Jr. to let him know who the fuck Ron Burgundy is.
Cheeks _ Junior. He
Cheeks,
fucking
go
inbred.
fuck yourselves. That's what it should be. Will Ferrell, Anchorman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, so
He
he's
has his
doing a
own
podcast in the character?
Yeah.
That's weird. Too much. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Hey, dude, you could be
I don't like
the
that one
character,
bit.
all that. It's pretty funny. Yeah, it's definitely. I'm definitely gonna be listening to it. It's next week, but for sure, I'm hands down gonna watch it or listen to it.
Idiot. Damn, Tambo. That's a good burp.
But yeah, let's actually get into some real gaming news.
Let's get into the news.
Thanks for the segues. I love them. Remember how we talked about a couple weeks? This is just gonna more into the gaming news of what we talked about last week
Let's get
about
into the
Steam, about Epic Games.
Yeah.
Remember Epic Games?
Yes.
Remember those guys?
Yeah, I do.
Remember how they
A
locked up
little
Division 2?
indie developer.
Remember how they locked up Division 2?
Yes.
They locked up another major game.
Who'd they lock up?
Well, according to them,
Like how you asked the question. You didn't
3
know the
of
answer.
February's major PC games are surprisingly not releasing on Steam. So the PC gaming landscape is changing. All of the major PC games coming out in February 3 will not be sold on Steam. Games Metroid, Exodus, Anthem, and Crackdown.
Damn.
Those are the 3 games that are not going to be on Steam.
Who the fuck cares about fucking Crackdown? But Anthem and Metro, that's fucking big.
It's pretty big, dude. I mean, just them locking it up and saying, hey, it's an exclusive. You got to come to us. It's freaking crazy.
That's like
Like, what is it?
Epic. I know. Give me a minute. Trying to get the wheels going. Epic put a fucking ring on it. You know, they locked it down. Like
They
they're
fucking
exclusive.
They fucking
Like,
that's the
way
best way
to
to
think
put it.
about
They locked it down. They're like, hey, if you want to come to us, I mean, how else do you get people to come to your platform?
I don't want you to see other people.
Because of a relationship a little bit. But no, that's the best way to lock up and get more people to come to your site, get more people to track your attention. Damn, I have to go to this store to fucking get this game? I guess.
Well, and like I said, when they locked down the Division, I was expecting this to happen. I just wasn't expecting it to happen as fast as it happened. Because that only launched a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then now we're getting all these major AAA games being like, yeah, we want to go make more money. And like we could split it, but that means less money. Why would we release a game on a platform where we get less money, split the audience, or we could just get everybody who's gonna buy our game anyway on PC, just download the free Epic Store and then come buy it on there, and we get more money. I mean, it makes sense on like why. I'm just very interested to see on like how Epic Steam kind of combats this.
I mean, how? How do you do it? Somebody's stealing people, like straight up stealing it under your feet, like games and big clients and big games. Like, what do? You have to change your whole format. You have to change of how you go to people, your business. Again, like the shares, how much digital. You got to get their attention back somehow.
I like how you were about to go into like super like details, but you didn't really know the details, so you started backing out.
Well, because with my analogy was it was gonna be totally different. It's kind of like how like an Office episode when I don't know how people love the Office like as much as I do, but when Michael Scott said "fuck Dunder Mifflin, I'm gonna start Michael Scott Paper Company," start stealing all their clients, and Dunder Mifflin's like, "The fuck do we do? The fuck? I guess we'll buy you out," and then they bought him out. So I'm guessing again. I don't know how the business centric that is and how accurate that is.
The Office is the pinnacle of fucking business acumen.
But that's what my kind of head went to as far as, okay, you're bleeding. What do you do? What other business things can you do?
I could see Steam trying to put would Epic say no to their storefront being bought out? Like just their storefront?
No. Too big.
Like especially Steam offered them billions of dollars.
They wouldn't.
Would they? Would you? I mean, I could kind of see them saying no, but at the same time, like I wouldn't say no. Fuck, if you want to buy Chiptooth Gaming right now for $1 billion, scratch that. If you want to buy Chiptooth Gaming for $100,000, it's fucking yours.
I'll start another company.
Yeah. But
Full Tooth Gaming.
I mean, why couldn't? I mean, unless it was in like the buyout contract that they couldn't start another.
True.
I can see where they would say no to that. But to me, this is Steam. This is the competition, right? They haven't had competition, so now you're going to start seeing Steam kind of adapt themselves, adapt their percentage that they dish out to developers and cut down the amount that they take.
Exactly.
You're going to see them start rolling out different programs to be competitive with, like, oh, Epic Games doesn't have this. Like, the Epic Store doesn't have this. And then it's just like PlayStation, Xbox. But now we see that kind of division. Now we're seeing that division in the PC community, which is really interesting. At the end of the day, it's easier on PC because all you have to do is go download one fucking thing, and then you have access to everything. You can have both Steam and Epic Store, so it really doesn't matter. But I mean, here's a question for you.
Go ahead.
Do you see Steam start discounting games with pre-orders? Pre-order the game on Steam and then just like
GCU.
Just like GCU.
No, because I mean, obviously it works for a little bit. It gets people's attention, but at the end of the day, they're losing money. So it's a short-term solution to a longer, bigger problem.
No. I get it. No, again, it's different because physical. There's less of a margin because you have to have physical printing.
But for digital,
on gaming or on digital, I think it's a different story.
How? Because essentially,
I think there's an extra like $15 of margin.
True.
On
probably
digital games.
Shipping and all
just because all the back end shit on physical.
True. I mean, again, digital is just click, download, you're done.
Yeah.
There's literally no shipping costs and all that.
I could see them doing a program like GCU and also giving the developers more in terms of a cut of the game.
That's the only way they could. Again, you have to adapt to keep being in business.
Yep.
If you're not going to adapt, guess what's going to happen?
You're going to die.
Guess, and yeah.
R.I.P.
Shawn.
Funko Land.
Funko Land? No. They're alive and well. I collect them.
Are they?
I collect them. I mean, they're still announcing
Funko,
shit. You know what happened with Funko?
Funko Pops are not the same thing as Funko Land.
Oh, the whole actual thing.
Yeah.
Okay, no, yeah, they're good. Don't worry about that.
R.I.P.
But essentially,
I'm trying to think of dead businesses right now.
Dead businesses.
Circuit City.
Blockbuster.
What's up?
All those people. They don't adapt, and that's what happens when you don't adapt. Kind of the reason why kind of goes into the next bit of news of kind of the big chunk of news of what's going on in the gaming world.
Next piece of news.
Next piece of game. Fucking transitions are on point.
Yeah, what's up?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
But what happens when people don't adapt? You're gonna happen. What happens at GameStop? GameStop for a minute they've been trying to sell their company. You know how hard it is to or how bad it must be when you try to sell your company and you don't. It's pretty much happened to GameStop. GameStop abandons attempts to sell itself and stock takes a major
It
hit.
sounds so negative. Sell itself.
I know.
Like it's some whore on the side of the street.
Like when a prostitute can't sell herself, bro. Like you're having a bad day. Like it's pretty bad.
Guys will stick their dick in anything.
I'm gonna cut the wine off so quick. But it must be a bad day. And then GameStop, and the stock takes a major hit. GameStop's future is still in question. So again, GameStop again, they just try to sell themselves. They're like, they hired an analyst. They hired a person to say, hey, let's figure out your business structure. Let's figure this out, and let's try to sell yourself. Try to get a buyer, get yourself out of this hole that you're in. And guess what? Didn't happen. And GameStop's really not like saying, oh, hey, not all this fails. They were just trying to sell. It was one of their ways of getting out of what they were in. So now what they're saying is that they're looking into another way of making money, making profit, which is why if you guys have gone to a GameStop before or recently, you don't see you see a wall of games, but all the other stuff you see is merch, collectibles. That's the direction they've been going in, and that's what's trying to save them.
I think that's sorry. Is there
No. I mean, I was gonna get your.
The share. Go ahead. And, how much did the shares dip down to?
They're
down by
investment
more than
stock hit
25%?
With trading value decreased more than 25% to $11.24 as the time of they were writing. So it's pretty fucking crazy. And this was a GameStop. So.
Ooh.
The first reaction. I just want to hear your first reaction of why can't GameStop sell themselves?
I mean, because at that point, like typically when you are looking for buyers, like it's a more competitive market, whereas in retail, it's not a competitive market. Like no one's gonna try to buy you. I mean, the only thing I say the most valuable thing GameStop has, aside from ThinkGeek, is their actual location spots.
What's ThinkGeek?
Like their real estate.
That was ThinkGeek. Let me ask you that.
ThinkGeek's their
Like,
you don't know ThinkGeek?
I've been to GameStop and I still don't know what it is.
Okay, so
I know they
ThinkGeek
have the Game
back in
Informer
the
pass.
day was a nerd culture, collectibles, and merch website. So that's where you could buy like the light up Tetris blocks and like all this cool like Doctor Who shit and like all this nerd shit you can buy on ThinkGeek. It was an independent website, and a couple years ago GameStop bought them, and that's when you started seeing them roll out like making it like a merch store.
Yeah.
Nerd culture is more alive and well than it ever has been.
True.
So if I were them, I would lean into that ThinkGeek side of the business, maybe even rebranding their stores as ThinkGeek stores that also sell video games.
Yeah.
I think that would be a smarter move on their part, just because in terms of, like I said, like almost like a Hot Topic-esque that sells video games as well. I think would actually be pretty successful. But yeah, and I also say their retail space, but they don't really own a lot of their retail space. So I take that back. Yeah, it's a small store, and a lot of times they're in like malls where they're renting or like
they don't have a
mall.
spot.
Yeah, it's not like standalone stores. Whereas like something like a Best Buy or a Target or a Walmart is like that's
too big.
No, I'm saying, but that's like valuable retail space because that number one thing in business class they'll always teach you is like your real estate is your most valuable asset essentially. So they don't even really have that. So I take that back just because most of the places that they're in, they're renting. So yeah, I would lean in more if I were them because this looks bad. I mean, 11 shares like for 2 cups of Starbucks coffee, you can buy a share in GameStop.
Hey, we must buy some expensive ass coffee at Starbucks.
That's the $5 vanilla bean frats. You know what I mean?
If you know it by heart, you're kind of weird.
I haven't been at
You
Starbucks in a
basic
fucking minute.
ass.
You know I am with my wine.
It's all good though. I mean, that's what's crazy because, like you said yourself, like the space they have, they don't have the luxury of going to a Target and big box stores like that. And the reason why, let's say for some reason they had that revenue to be in that big box store. It's games, and one of the reasons why they've.
Sorry, that's not what I was saying. I was saying that like the number one value that you have as a company is your building your real estate. Like as like a Best Buy, you could sell a whole store that's a Best Buy, and that's valuable retail space because they own the whole building. Yeah.
That's my bad.
Sorry, it's all good.
No, but it's but again, that's how they could survive and things like that. But nowadays, GameStop can't do that, even if they did. So if they had a big spot, God, don't pour yourself another. Just kill it. Just kill the bottle of wine. I just don't think GameStop has that luxury because, again, if it's a game store, past 5 years, everything was pretty much physical. A lot of things were physical. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, no.
Physical games. You want to get a game? Go to a store, buy the game. This day and age now, I could, like you said, I could go to Steam. I could go to the PlayStation Plus. I can go to the Xbox Live. Boom, download the game. It's there. A lot of these games are going digital, and that's what the like number one GameStop's like. Hey, dude, digital sales are screwing us over. Digital sales is why we're hurting. Is why we're bleeding. How do we fix that? And that's what they're trying to say and do.
And that's the thing. It's so woe is me though, because it's like GameStop has fucked over developers for fucking years, and then now they're like, oh, our scam doesn't work anymore. How could we adjust our scam? What else can we scam? Like, it's so woe is me where it's like, oh, feel bad for us. We're going out of business. Where it's like, no, like fuck you, like You're the reason that, like, someone like a THQ, not the reason, but, like, a THQ went out of business because you're reselling their fucking shitty AAA title games, like the licensed title games, like the SpongeBob's and the fucking Captain America Winter Soldier, the video games. Yeah. You're the reason they went out because people would just buy that used, and then they get none of the shares, and they get the track and none of that backside of, like, who's played their game. Aside from like online trophy like beams and things like that.
That still sucks, yeah.
There was a fucked up stat. I forgot what game it was, but there was a game that came out in the PS3 era. And it was like something ridiculous. Like 70% of the people who played the game didn't buy the game new.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a group full of people. Hey, I'll buy this game, I'll beat it, and then I'm returning. You buy it used.
Yeah.
That's the model.
That's fucked up.
That's the business model they created, and at the end of the day, they hurt themselves.
Yeah. Because now developers aren't wanting to, like, play nice with them.
No, of course.
They want to fuck off. Like, you just
That's
stole
why it's super hard.
15 plus years of business from us.
No, exactly. That's why, I mean, still to this day, I know some people actually had the thing where it's like, hey, GameStop exclusive, come over here, get this. I know even Destiny 2 had that. Destiny 2, when Destiny 2 came out, if you wanted to get the Steelbook edition of Destiny, you had to go to GameStop and pre-order it there. And I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, but
how many times people returned that? To your point, though, exactly, right? Like, people could just play that game, return it, and just that cycle of life that they had. I know they had a program called Life. What was their GameStop's program?
The Power Up?
Power Up. No. Well, not Power Up, but then they had like a cycle in their own system, like play, trade in, credit, all this weird stuff. I think it is Power Up. I think I might be confusing with something else.
Yeah, no, it's the Power Up Rewards where you play it and then you trade it in.
There you go. Okay,
but I mean, you still get half the value of what you pay for the game.
Stupid, right?
Fucking $60 game, they're giving you $20.
That's why. I mean, again, when your company gets created, like it's a meme created out of, like, hey, I want to trade in this game. Oh, I can only offer you 25 cents.
Yeah.
I remember there was a fucking where was it? There was I remember on Twitter's gold, but there was a caption of said, hey, GameStop's trying to sell itself. And then somebody retweeted it. It was like, I could offer you $5.
Yeah.
That was just perfect. I mean, they kind of just
$5 in store credit, or give you $10 in cash.
Exact store credit. I'll take it. But it's kind of the conversation I want to like take this in a little bit, Mikey. I want to hear your opinion on a couple things because I know you're very outspoken. Kind of the hinted at like the 5 years, right? A lot of games. The reason why they're contributing to this is digital sales. In 5 years, in the next couple of years, the future of gaming, with all the new people who want to get their hands in on the gaming, on this $1 billion gaming industry, you see Google, Apple, a lot of these people trying to come into this and going digital. Like, do you see in 5 years where almost everything is digital, if not obsolete?
I mean, we'll see when we're there with, like, the infrastructure, just in terms of, like, how well, like, because, again, we're blessed because we're on, like, the West Coast, Best Coast. What's up, Bay Area? You know what I mean? You know that, Mac Dre?
Do you know what this means?
You know,
you're from LA. You shut your mouth.
Thizzle dance? You know what I'm talking
you
about?
Don't disrespect the Bay right now. I'm about to have,
Get stupid, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Tambo, we're going to have to cut the video real quick because I'm going to...
But no, we are blessed because we're on like the West Coast in California, in the Silicon Valley, where it's one of the most technologically advanced areas where you can get a gigabit of internet speed. But people in fucking Toothbuck, fucking Missouri, can't fucking get 50 megabits even of internet speed. So. And especially now with the data caps that these fucking scumbag companies are throwing on top of...
data caps?
Yeah. You know about that?
Well, like, what do you mean? Like, I can't download this much?
No, you
amount?
have data caps on like data unless you have unlimited.
Yeah. So
They're doing that now.
Yeah.
So it's one of
Comcast
those
does
things
that.
where it's okay. Now you're kind of putting people in that weird position because if you're buying 2-3 games a month, right, and you're like a really active gamer,
That's a lot.
that's a lot of data that you just downloaded, and then now you're playing on online servers, which is taking up a lot of your data. So, I would like to think yes, but at the same time, there's something about a physical game.
Well, it kind of goes into cloud gaming a little bit too, right?
Yeah, and I think that's going to be a big part of the future. But even that, you see rumors where it's going to be like an Xbox that's a cloud gaming console and an Xbox that's a cloud gaming console that's cheaper, and then a regular Xbox that has the Blu-ray
Exactly
4K
what you were talking about,
DVD. Yeah. So even then, like 5 years, maybe 10, 15 years, I could see it getting in there, just because
it all ends have to meet up essentially, right? Like
yeah, that's a lot of infrastructure overhaul that
essentially,
you have
right?
to do.
Because one, like, I can't create the engine without creating like everything else out of a car. Like, I could have this much advanced, but everything else has to be up to speed for it to be like match made in heaven.
Yeah.
So I can't just have really fast internet, but I got a cap. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
That could be the issue, but the cool thing is that it's heading in that direction very much so.
Yeah,
Like
we'll
this-
see. I mean, I was even talking to a guy who's into like internet infrastructure, and
Get nerdy on me, dude. Get
well,
nerdy on me.
they're trying to push away from 5G. Like, there's a small group of people in the Bay Area who are
Mhm.
trying to push away from 5G, just because of I mean, again, this goes into a little bit of conspiracy theory.
Oh,
Like
shit.
the people who started the fires, like the things that started the fires wasn't like PG&E. It was actually like a internet cell tower that was like overloaded because it takes so much.
So why are they
fucking
going
energy.
bankrupt? Why is PG going?
Because that's the person that they can blame.
True, scapegoat it.
You know, even PG&E is like easier to blame than fucking AT&T.
True.
That
Bigger
owns half
company.
the fucking world. So it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't know. I want to see that push away from using that data cap, but also there's still places in the middle of the country and some of the world where it's you can't get anything over 50 gigs.
That's crazy.
And like, imagine streaming a video game on 50 gigs.
It's funny because I know I had one of my friends, a friend of mine who like lived in Nebraska. I was like, hey, you got Comcast? No, I got Time Warner Cable. I was like, what the fuck is that? I was like,
Charter, bruh. I grew up on Charter.
I was like, what is this? I was like, I don't even know what this is. You guys don't have Comcast?
Charter. Leave a comment down below if you if you fuck with Charter. Charter's a good company. They're one of the less skeevy.
Is that in LA or what?
I think it's SoCal. I don't know. I lived in Small Mountain, man. We had We had that. We had DirecTV.
You don't even know what you had.
Yeah, I think that's really it. There wasn't a lot of options.
Yeah, I grew up with AT&T and Comcast.
Yeah, over
Okay.
here's fucked up though.
It is. It's all over the
It's
place.
such a
and that's the
fucking
shitty about it.
monopoly.
It sucks, dude. But it's crazy because, I mean, that's where gaming is heading, digital only. I feel like it's definitely going to come around just one day, one way or another. Like you said it best, is like the infrastructure has to be there. Everything else has to be there and ready to go for it to work properly. I mean, it's going to suck if you say, hey, yeah, you could download as many games as you want, but only up to here. Like, what?
Yep.
Like, there's an asterisk mark right there where it doesn't even make sense. Another cool thing as far as gaming VR in the next 5 years, you think it's a cool thing?
Yeah, VR is gonna get better and better.
The only reason I bring this up is because I remember we went to Dave & Buster's recently, and obviously you have those arcade games, pretty fun games. You're playing them, but then there's one game that caught our eye, and I was like, oh shit, Jurassic Park VR. Fuck yeah, let's get on there.
That's been around for fucking ever, by the way.
What?
The Jurassic Park VR.
In Dave & Buster's?
Yeah.
I just found out about it, and it was fucking amazing. I remember, but here's the thing: I think VR is going to be more of like an amusement thing. I don't think it's going to be a household thing that people are trying to make it be. Because I can't be imagine. I mean, for a gaming session, give me a PC game, give me a controller in my hands. I could play Call of Duty, I could play Zombies, I could play Rocket O'Clock for like hours on end. But give me a headset and like take my sense, like mind fuck me and figure out where I'm at in VR. I could probably play like a good hour.
I mean, yes and no. I
What
mean,
you
you can
mean?
play.
Houseway?
You can play an hour. You can play 2 hours. I mean, it all depends on the person, on how much
True.
they're able to do. Especially the more and more used to it you are, the easier it is to play. I mean, even game, like, have you ever gave it like a game controller to like someone who's never played video games before, and how fucking hard it is to fucking
Comprehend that
have their mind wrap around the fucking dual analog
shit.
sticks.
I still remember when I
One
picked-
moves you, one moves your head. but they can't fucking get it in their like head.
Yeah.
So even that is like a learning curve that we take for granted. So in my mind, I feel like VR is even a learning curve.
True.
But also I think household VR is gonna become the tech.
You think it's gonna be the thing to
it's
go
gonna
to?
be the tech, and
I don't see it.
it's one of those things because it's like we're only seeing it for like video game uses, and now I mean this year right now is the best time to buy a PlayStation VR. In all honesty, there's so many fucking
Good
great games out for it right now.
That-
There's
a new
Monsters,
bundle.
Tetris Effect. There's Astrobots, which people are saying should have been in the Game of the Year conversation.
Astrobots?
Wrap that around your fucking mind.
Astrobots.
And not
I
just
know
like
exactly
and
what
not
game
just
that
like
is.
fringe people like off like people who are like nuts like me who think like Crash Team Racing is amazing.
Yeah.
No, there are legitimate
People.
people in the video games industry who are like Astrobots deserves at least a nod.
Good shit, dude.
Yeah,
So
at least a nomination because of how good that fucking game is. And then, of course, all the shit that we had before, but, like, we're starting to get it now. And that's the
People are
thing,
picking it up,
and
yeah.
that's the one thing that Shuei Yoshida PlayStation always said
What do you say?
was, like, PlayStation VR is our PS1. Like, it is the PlayStation 1. Like, we got to think of it that way. This is the first iteration. This is going to be very getting its footing on, like, the dual analog sticks.
Yeah.
Remember, the PlayStation didn't even launch with the dual analog sticks.
Mhm.
And then they did. So it's one of those things where it's an evolution of shit. VR is only going to get better and better in your eyes, and you're going to be able to do that
Adjusted.
experience longer and longer. And then on top of that, the experience is outside of gaming. Like, you're going to see this shit for sports. You're going to see this shit for podcasts. You're going to see this shit for everything.
Yeah.
It's going to be able to imagine being able to sit courtside at a Warriors game at home.
They advertise that right now.
Yeah, I know.
They're like,
that's
hey,
the
you
thing.
want to watch the Warrior games courtside? Yeah,
That's
just
the
watch this VR.
And it's only going to get better and better. And it's one of those experiences that are really cool.
I mean, that's the cool thing about it. But I just can't see that household because I mean, I have I have a VR. The only game I beat completely out of VR, and I only played bits at a time, was Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
That made me fall in love with VR because it made me play the game completely different. And I'll always explain the way I played the PlayStation VR for Resident Evil. Is if I have a controller in my hand and I'm playing Resident Evil by itself, TV, controller in hand, I'm running and gunning. I'll go up in the house and be like, fuck you, I'm going to kill this zombie, I'm going to kill this person. That's how it is. But when I put the headset on and I started playing Resident Evil 7,
Yeah, changes the game.
I'm over here like knocking on the door. Hey, can I come in? Like, what's good? Like picking my head in. Like it made me completely change the way I play the game. And I love that fact. I love the way that it did that to me.
Way more immersive. Now let me ask you this: when was the last time you touched your PSVR?
Astrobots.
You played Astrobots?
My brother loves his VR. He plays it way more than I do because that's actually his VR. I'll just call it mine. But yeah, he played Astro. He bought the game because Astrobots, I believe, is just like a sequel. I don't want to say sequel, but it's. Wait, let me make sure I'm talking
It
about
was
the
a
right game.
standalone game. It's little robots, the blue bots. Remember when the PlayStation released, and you can get the PlayStation camera.
Yeah, so
and
it
you
is
could like
Astrobots.
fucking vacuum up.
Yeah, cool,
vacuum
exactly. Yeah,
up
so
the
it's kind of like the full game of that game. I don't know how to explain it correctly, but yeah.
They're the same characters. It's a very different game. It's like a Crash Bandicoot. It's like a full-fledged platformer.
So it's
in
cool.
VR.
I mean, no, and my brother bought that game and he really liked it, so I played it. Played one level. I was like, oh shit, it's actually a really like thoroughly built game. It's not like some half-assed. Hey, let me just throw this in together, and play. But you play Astrobots and like, oh, this is a really well crafted game, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm done. And it's because maybe it's me just not liking the style, the kiddie game of it, but did I enjoy playing that one level that I was in? Hell yeah, it was pretty fun.
Kiddie game, you piece of shit.
It's a kiddie-
That's a game that's right up my alley.
What's your
Like
Yeah.
Astrobots is a game that I fuck with, but also have you played Tetris Effect? Have you played?
That should say that's trippy because if I'm over here, I can't put on
Have
the
you
see all
played
those visual
Beat
effects.
Saber? Like, there's tons of shit out now, and
The
it's one of
crea-
those things where it's like, yeah, if you look for it, the content's there.
Yeah.
But if you just want to be like, oh, I bought it day one and I never touched it, like, it's one of those things where, like, then yeah, because if I buy a PS4 and I only buy fucking knack for it, right?
yeah,
And I go, that's my fucking PS4 experience is knack. What a shit console. Or I don't really play it. I'm not really into it. I'm sure there's great experience on it. Did I really utilize my purchase?
true.
And I feel like that's what a lot of the people are doing is they're buying the PSVR, they're buying Batman VR, and they're going, okay, I get it. That's the extent of my
Yeah.
purchase. But then there's fucking The Last of Us on the
Astro
PS4, or the fucking God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn and Spider-Man on the PS4 that like really fucking changed the game. And imagine comparing the games that we have now to the fucking launch lineup of the PS4 and
It's
tell
crazy.
me that like hardware is something that ages like a fine wine, and it's something that you have to give time and you have to try out and you have to look for the titles. Especially VR, because it's not going to be as highly publicized as like a Killzone.
Killzone, because again, I mean, like you said, he said it right. I
I don't know why I said Killzone.
I don't want to
God of
mispronounce the
War.
guy. I don't want to mispronounce the name.
Shuhei
Shuhei
Yoshida.
He said it best. Like, think of this as a PlayStation 1. It's gonna get better in time. Just give it time. I mean, it's kind of going along the point that you just said about gaming aging and fine wine. PlayStation just pretty much said, hey. They went to their first party studios and said, hey, fuck PS4. I want you to start doing PS5 games.
No.
That's what they did. No, they did that.
Yeah.
So Sony went up to their first party studios. They went to their first party studios and said, hey, PS5 all day. So for me, when I heard that, I'm just thinking, okay, cool. It sucks because Sony's not going to be in E3. They're going to hopefully have their own conference and announce the PS5.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm
that's gonna
expecting.
happen.
And there's going to be first party that is showing their fucking games. And like I said, I could see The Last of Us 2 being a fucking PS4 launch game.
It looked too beautiful, man. Now that you think about it, that just game looked way too beautiful.
And you guys called me crazy when I said it.
Now
But the closer and closer we get to it, you guys are going to be like, yeah, that makes sense. Because if you think about it, PS4
it all depends on when
might
the
launch
games
next
comes out.
year.
That's what I'm
or
saying.
this year.
If it launches
2019
this year,
or early 2020. I could see it launching at the end of this year. That's what's fucking nuts about it.
they could pull that shit because that's what Nintendo did, didn't they? They didn't like, hey, the Switch, and then they announced the Switch, and it was like 3 months later.
Yeah, I mean, they could do that. I could see them. I could see an argument for 2020, but most likely we're going to see it in 2019.
They're announcing it
Even
this
though we
year
have
for sure.
shit that's coming out in 2019 still.
I'm gonna
or
say
2020.
they're gonna announce this year and go next year.
Yeah, I can see that, but I can also see it this year. Either way, it's a coin flip for me. Flop. It's a coin flop for me.
I mean, do you think? I mean, would a new? No, not even that. Because I was gonna say maybe a new console or something like that could help GameStop in a way.
No,
Isn't
they're
that so
fucking done.
Is GameStop's drowning over there, Mikey? They're over there. GameStop's over there
Mhm.
drowning. You can help them?
No, I'm gonna put my foot in the back there.
Just drown, fucking die. Dude, I want them for the pops. I went to the GameStop today. I had to go pick up a pop, and then they were
Here's
like,
a fucking idea for you.
"What's up?
There's fucking a billion different stores you can go get fucking Funko Pops
Tell
from.
me where. Tell me where, and I'll go."
What's Hot Topic?
Why
Target, Walmart, Best
So
Buy.
you know where we work, right? So
Yeah.
you know how GameStop's like 2 minutes away?
Yeah.
And then Hot Topic's like 15 minutes away?
Mm.
Yeah, I'm going 2-minute route on that one, dude. So
Okay, but like when they're gone, you know, you're
Yeah.
gonna have to go like 15-minute route because like they're gone.
Oh no, when they're I wait for that to happen. But right now, for
And their
me,
pop
I'm not.
selection's not that great.
There's no
I
margin.
feel like
for it. There's
Hot
no
Topic
margin.
has a better pop selection.
You're stupid. You didn't even collect them.
But that's the thing,
GameStop.
GameStop,
I can
if
tell
they
you collect them by
leaned
this.
into the collectors fucking video game shit, like new shit, and then like let's say they get their hands on like some like Crash Bandicoot action figures or like real rare collectible stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I could see them holding on for a little bit longer. I mean, eventually they'll die, but I can see them holding out for a little bit longer. Nerd culture is alive and well. What are you doing?
No, I was gonna ask Tambo, when was the last time you ever went to a GameStop?
He doesn't remember. He's high.
He doesn't remember the last time he went to a GameStop.
Bruh.
It's
The
been a
last time I went to a GameStop.
Doesn't know. He doesn't.
That's
know.
what
Damn,
he said.
like,
He just left
no,
it
like,
silent.
And yeah, like it's not like 'cause I'm like high or anything, but it's like I really
It's
don't like.
because he's high.
You don't want to go there. I mean, again, you worked at an electronics store. You worked at a Best Buy, so that's where you would get your stuff at.
Exactly.
It makes sense. But now that you don't, I mean, do you see yourself going there? No, right?
Nah.
Even for you, when was the? I mean,
Nah.
even though you
not
do
really,
work at a
nah.
Best Buy, when was the last time?
I
you
think
ever
I
went
only
to
go
a
to
GameStop?
GameStop for trade-ins. I trade in shit.
You trade in.
You really trading
Wow,
stuff?
you're part of the problem.
Yeah.
Congrats, dude.
Fuck. All
I
right, this
need that
podcast
money,
is over.
man.
Thank
See,
you guys
that
for
or suck
listening
dick,
to this
it's one of the
podcast.
two, you know what I
You're
mean?
good at one of them, so.
I'm good at both of them. You know what I mean?
Son of a bitch.
I'm not even gonna leave it for the imagination. You know what I mean?
And this has been your episode. No, I mean, as far
Thank
as
you to our
GameStop-
sponsor, Supercuts.
Supercuts, thanks. I just feel like GameStop hopefully has his leg up. I mean, hopefully something happens. Hopefully they don't go away. They're my collectibles. They have those games. I mean, for me, I'm strictly hoping only because of their pop game. Their pop game is strong. They have exclusive pops there, and I'm one of those guys. I am that collectible guy.
I'm interested
What's up?
to see if, like, because GameStop has a developer branch. They publish games.
They do. No, I don't know.
Yeah, they do. Like the people
Well,
who
I'm trying to
made
figure
the
out when was
order.
the last time.
The order, whatever it was fucking called,
1886?
1886 or whatever the fuck it was
That
called.
game that was like really badly
It was a
rated, but
good
had
game.
the best graphics.
It was a good game.
I still think it has like one of the most beautiful.
It wasn't a
gorgeous
$60
graphics.
game though. It was like a $30 game.
I bought it when I was 40.
If it
so
was
cool.
$30, it would be like whatever, right? But they also had Insomniac develop them a fucking game, The Song of the Deep.
Yep.
So they have games. I don't even remember the last game that like came out from them. I think it was that Order. But that's what's interesting. You can see them try to diversify to save themselves, but at the end of the day, it's like I don't think they're doing enough.
They dug their hole too deep already.
Yeah.
They stay that you can't. I mean, it sucks. I mean, it's gonna be one of those childhood stores that I would go to and not see anymore.
I mean, and you can see it because like with stores like Best Buy that were fucking dead in the water in 2013, 2012.
They came back. They adjusted. That's the thing.
Fucking
You adjust.
dead in the water. Like I remember people like Circuit City just went under, and people were like, Best Buy's
next.
fucking next. Like they're fucking terrible. Like blah 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 blah.
And I like how you're like, yeah, I'll apply there.
No, and then I remember the turnaround though. I remember hearing. I mean, again, before I started, we're not gonna get into where we work, but before I really started going into a Best Buy, I never went into a fucking Best Buy, so I had no idea like how they fucking save themselves. But it is changing the game plan and being able to get into the again, they were able to adapt, whereas GameStop's, I feel like it's almost too frantic now. The boat's already halfway filled with water, so they're trying to get everything out of the boat.
It's crazy how like when things change, how well you, the company, or wherever you work, really, how crazy you have to adapt to kind of survive. If one direction is going, that's why I feel like digital games going to be the way to go. That's too much of a powerhouse where a lot of things are heading towards. So again, if PlayStation, Xbox, if Apple wants to get their hand in this, if Google wants to get their hand in there, if like Oculus VR, if everybody wants to get their hand in there, they're gonna have to go and adapt. To
I think you're always gonna see physical games.
To a degree, though. I mean, again, I don't see myself. I mean, even myself right now, I'm always like all my Switch games. For some reason, I don't want to be switching chips and shit. All my Switch games are digital, besides Smash Bros.
Because here's the nail in the coffin. Of course, if they go, hey, our online prices, they are. If you buy them on, if you buy games online, it's no longer $60. It's $50 or $40, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that pisses off all the people that you're buying, or like that sell your consoles.
Yeah.
So now, where do you go to get a fucking PS4 or an Xbox One or a PS5 or Xbox? Fucking, they're bad at numbering, so fucking I don't know 5. Who fucking knows? Because if you piss them off, then now you don't have people selling your hardware.
True, because then they're gonna be like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, the fuck. Why would you were a big part of our fucking our
Money
business?
making,
Yeah.
So now you just took away half of our business. The fuck. I mean, yeah. Again, maybe maybe there's gonna be a PlayStation store. Who knows? Amazon has stores. Fucking.
I think we're gonna see Sony starting experimenting, especially with their TVs, streaming.
Well, no, yeah.
You buy a Sony TV and you have access to the PlayStation.
They do
store.
that now.
Yeah, with PlayStation Now, but it's not. It's like PS3
It's
games and
cloud
some
gaming
PS4 because I
still.
know they announced that they did PS4. But I think you're gonna start seeing to where it's like, yeah, you buy a Sony TV and you get like a free game with it, and like how they do the gaming bundles.
Get a code.
Cool,
hey.
you get a code and you type it into the PlayStation Store on your Sony TV, and Sony TVs come with controllers or whatever. Like I could see some shit like that.
I mean, that'll make it more enticing. I mean, you can already see that because Samsung really partners up with Xbox a lot.
Yeah.
Samsung goes with them, and then Sony goes.
I know. I could see like some shit like that.
No, I mean, again, you're just trying to predict of where things go. Nobody can exactly knows where it's going to go, but you definitely see a trend of digital, VR. I feel like those two are going to be the biggest things in the next 5 years to come. Like those for sure are going to be headlines.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, that's what's really, really crazy about it. And what I get excited for is for sure going to be this next generation console.
Is it crazy, Andres?
I'm super excited about it because that's what Xbox is going to be excited for. Because I'm excited to get back into Xbox. I want Xbox to be good.
I do too.
I want a reason. I mean, I know we're such
A high tide raises all boats.
I mean, yeah, sure, whatever that means. He gets drunk already, but the idea of Xbox being good again, make
Xbox great again
Fuck.
is what I like to say, ladies and gentlemen. Start the hashtag.
I straight up, actually, I made that into a thing. But again, because Sony's not in E3, Phil Spencer saying Xbox is going to go big at E3. Then pretty much Phil Spencer, the guy, the head honcho, he's pretty much saying it's go time, man.
Are we getting into our next news topic?
I'm already into it, man.
Next news topic.
Next news topic: Xbox is going all out in their E3 news conference.
They're
gonna be
going
the head
balls
honcho.
deep, cocksucker.
People are speculating a whole bunch of cool shit from them. They're going to be expecting cool stuff. They're going to be, people are just saying, hey, yeah, they're going to come out with a new console for sure, hands down. That's what they're saying. And then they're going to be all those partnerships, all the studios that they grabbed and nabbed. They easily grabbed up to there's a perfect number here.
I wonder if they have something to show. I think it was 5.
So Spencer discussed Microsoft's recent spree of studio purchases.
5.
One of the reasons Microsoft bought and set up a total of 7 studios in 6 months
5.
was to create a catalog of titles that surprise and delight fans and release on a regular cadence.
Here's the fucking thing. I think that's the stupidest move to be like, we're announcing a new console at E3. I mean, I get it that you're going to steal most of the headlines, but at the same time,
They are the only headline.
No, but here's the thing. You're still sharing your news with other people. You're still sharing the news.
You're scared of people stealing your thunder, dude? Is that what it is?
No, I mean, that's the whole reason Sony's not in E3. Is
They're like,
so,
fuck everybody, we're going to make our own day. So, like, again, it's kind of like our day is the only day.
yeah, like.
We're going to be the talked about day.
Exactly.
We're going to be trending on Twitter. We're going to be all that.
We are the only motherfuckers you're writing about it on this day.
Yeah.
Like, we get all the, like, headspace where it's like Activision can announce some shit or like, you know, we could see Beyond Good and Evil, like, release date and fucking full playable trailer, and that's gonna fucking steal, like, headlines. Or Nintendo can announce some fucking Nintendo Labo 2, build your house with cardboard. But, like, some shit that can really take away, like, you are risking that. I mean, I think there's good odds that they're gonna steal the majority of the headlines, but you're still sharing that news cycle with other people, because once your conference goes and then fucking, you know, Half-Life 4 is announced and you're fucked.
Exactly
you're fucked.
No, man, that's what kind of everybody started dipping into the same kind of, you know, candy. Back then, I remember E3 was literally just Xbox, PlayStation, Sony.
Everybody Sega.
But then again, for me, when I remember growing up, I remember the conference, it was always just Xbox, Sony, boom. That was it, right? All in one day. I remember that too. It would be like Nintendo first, Xbox, Sony. Now, E3, you have studios. You have a Ubisoft conference, Bethesda, EA.
Call them studios.
You know what I mean.
Publishers.
Sorry. You have publishers having their own conference, right? And then again, it's like to your point, they're stealing the spotlight. Even though it's repetitive, because, hey, we're going to have this game on the Ubisoft, but we're also going to have it on the Microsoft. I think Sony's kind of smart. They're definitely smart to be like, you know what? Y'all have your fun. Let the kids play. You know?
Yeah.
Let you guys play, and then we're going to announce our own stuff on our own upcoming day. That's fucking genius. But
I'm excited. I'm
what do you think? What do you think? What is gonna happen?
What, E3?
Yeah.
I mean, I think exactly what they say there is gonna happen with, like, some surprises, like, oh my god, Cuphead, the fucking what's its face's studio is. I could see them acquiring them. I could see them again with their stronger first party. I could see them, like, teases from things that the studios that they just acquired. Kind of teasing things, like, in terms of, like, be excited, shit's coming.
All this news.
It's not gonna happen again.
Yeah.
And I think they should really lean into, hey, you fucked up. We're not going to fuck up. Like, we're not fucking you this time. Like, we're for the gamers, blah, blah, blah. And especially if that's before PlayStation announces.
Learn your mistakes,
and especially if they're able to, I don't know if it's good to be first or last in terms of the announcement, because Sony, with their announcements, they were able to adjust.
They're always last.
They're always able to adjust and, like, oh, fuck, you don't like that.
That's why
let's take the PlayStation camera out of the PS4 the night of our decision. Delete that slide. Delete that slide. It's not coming with
crazy,
it.
right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, just the idea. I still remember that legendary conference when the PS4 was announced.
Oh, so
They're all like,
good. That is the best
that's
E3
the
conference
best
of all
right?
time. Just because it was that fucking moment where you were fucking pissed. You're like, you're shoving DRM down our throat. You're not even focusing on games. Why the fuck do I want to connect?
Yeah.
And then they go, oh shit, they don't like the Connect.
Yeah,
all right, take the PS camera out. We don't need it, and we'll cut the price down. We'll undercut Xbox, and that's big. And then what happens to the PlayStation camera? It's sold out on its first. By not shoving it down our throats, people bought it, and it's sold out. You couldn't. Do you remember that? You couldn't find the PlayStation camera for months.
It took a while.
Yeah,
it took a while, and then it's still a crazy day because I remember even during the conference they even added stuff to it. They're like, hey. If you like to play our games, you can play whenever you want. You don't have to be online. Everybody's like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go.
That I always will remember
the
video of Shuhei Yoshida and Adam Boyes being like, this is how you share games on PS4. And it's just like, and then it just cuts and it goes, PlayStation.
Pettiest shit, and I love it.
I like shit like that, and that's what anytime we start a new cycle, I get excited and giddy about it because it's like, fuck yes, like I'm ready for it's like a boxing match to me. It's like a Super Bowl. It's like, fuck yes, here we go. Like who's gonna like all this shit interests me. Like in terms of like the plays that they make, like the way Xbox has been setting themselves up. Yeah, reminds me of a team that takes a dive when they're having a shitty season to set themselves up for the next season. Yeah. And that's what I kind of see. I see them making those moves.
You've been saying that a lot. You're saying you really have your money on Xbox making a comeback. You think they're going to win next year's console war.
Yeah,
or next generation.
I think Sony's getting too cocky. You can see Xbox making the right moves, getting developers. They're playing Sony's game. Mm-hmm. And before, when they went to the Xbox One, they cut a bunch of developers. They cut a shit ton of developers. Fuck. They closed studios. They stopped games production. They were basically like, fuck, we don't need to focus on first party. And I remember people close to me telling me like first party games are dead. That is the biggest laughable. Even then I laughed at it. I was like, what else differentiates the products from each other? We're not going to get that unifying system probably ever. And that's my prediction on it. So it's like, yeah, first-party games, Sony fucking has not only have a stellar first-party lineup, but they develop their they're kind of okay developers into fucking big players. And I think that's what Xbox is really going to have to do on this next generation.
They are going to have to go all out into it because, again, they bought all these developers, but they don't have they don't have the same name as Naughty Dog. They don't have the same name as all those other developers.
I get that, but the Guerrilla?
No, that's what I'm saying. So, again, they have to come out swinging. They have to come out with, you guys want first-party games? Here you fucking go. And just show me some great fucking new IP.
Stellar shit and not fucking Rise.
Fucking hate that game. I still remember they hyped that game so much. Rise. I was like, oh, fuck, dude. What? It looks so good. What the fuck is this game? Oh, never mind. It's a fucking, like, ball or spear or whatever the fuck it is, and then you could go to different
bare bones.
I'm just like, oh my god, Microsoft, the fuck are you doing?
It's one of those
Quantum
things.
Break was another game that I felt like, oh dude, this game looks so fucking cool.
I smell bullshit from a mile away on that game. Bullshit from a mile away on that game. And that's the thing that, again, I'm interested in is, like, we haven't seen a stellar, and that's the one thing I think Sony has them on, is they could look at Xbox and be like, okay, cool. All right, cool. No, you guys are doing your thing, but check this out. Fucking Death Stranding and fucking Last of Us are launch titles. That is the first time we'd ever see a stellar launch lineup. Like,
you want that to happen.
If you think of launch lineups, we don't have very good launch lineups. I feel like
the best line. I mean,
is the Vita.
The Switch. The Switch had a good lineup when it came out.
Vita.
Breath of the Wild.
That's it.
And I think they had.
That's literally it. And then snipper clips. Oh, snipper clips. Other than that,
Switch. What's good?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Switches,
but
because it had Breath of the Wild.
But it helps out, like you said, kind of goes to your point of like you need a good launch.
I stand by this to the day. The Vita had the best launch lineup.
Let Mikey know that nobody cares about the Vita.
The Vita had the fucking best launch lineup. I don't care what any of you cocksuckers say.
It's crazy because nobody played it.
I know, but exactly that's the thing. The one piece of hardware that has a fucking stellar launch lineup doesn't get a fucking it had an Uncharted game to launch.
The Abyss one?
Like that's a big fucking deal. Yeah, and
No, I
it was a
remember-
good game. That game is better than the first Uncharted game.
I had the PS Vita, the OG, like when it first came out.
Yeah,
I was like
me
in
too.
7th or 8th grade. I think it was 7th.
Really?
I think when it was like the very first one came out, it was like 7th
Vita?
grade. Yeah. I'm old, dude. You were probably like 6.
No, you couldn't have been that young.
I think I was pretty fucking young when the Vita came out.
When's 9th grade? That's freshman year, right? We're not the same age.
No.
Yeah,
Wait,
my freshman year was when the Vita came out.
really?
Yeah. You're old,
I
dude.
must have been. That's weird. I get I fucking old, dude. But I just remember no, not the Vita, sorry, the PSP.
Oh yeah, PSP.
My bad.
God, you're old.
Yeah, I remember I remember when the PSP, not the
I was
Vita.
watching porn on my
Not
PSP
the-
as a fucking whippersnapper.
Fuck, dude, don't drink the wine. No, sorry. So not the Vita, but the PSP, because I never even played the Vita. I was on the PSP.
You're insane. The Vita's so good.
I remember the clunkiness of it, the way it felt. It was pretty funny. I just remember
The UMDs.
oh my god,
Dude, the
Feels so
fucking
funny.
PSP is so good.
I just remember the PSP, and I remember playing like I think I was playing some like Naruto game too, like some weeb game onto it. And I remember like when like towards the end of the life cycle of the PSP, you could hack it and like get movies on it. You could get like games on it. We were doing that shit for a good minute.
I have two stories.
Go ahead.
So the PSP, in terms of like the actual like hardware itself, I remember the fucking UMDs, I remember getting Spider-Man
The
2,
Discs, the small ass
Spider-Man
discs.
2,
The small-
UMD, and I would take it to the backyard with me.
That
And
was
I'd like camp
hilarious.
out, and I'd be like, "This is the fucking future. This is fucking crazy."
It was fun. It was
But
cool.
The fucking UMDs, like that's insane to think about. That they had DVDs basically in like
God of War, I
UMD
remember
fashion.
God of War.
The God of War games like Daxter shit like that. Just Grand Theft Auto on the bus shit.
Just
Like I remember the
fun.
PSP was. I think that's probably one of my favorite hardware of all time.
It was fun. I
But
remember.
the Vita, I remember working my ass off in terms of to get it just because
You're
I was
such a
remodeling a
fanboy.
kitchen. Yeah, and I really wanted the Vita.
You remodeled the kitchen to
yeah,
get a Vita.
Yeah. I got C's to get my PSP because I was doing so bad in school.
You guys, the fuck.
That's
Yeah.
because here's the thing. I was very I've always not been a fan of school. I was very bad in school. And I remember like my mom and my aunts tried everything. Just please fucking
Don't
please just fucking
fail.
do good. Like just stop fucking around.
you're
Blah blah
like-
blah. And then like if you don't get held back, we'll get you a PSP. I got a
That's the
PSP.
greatest incentive you
No,
can give a kid.
I got where they're coming from, and I know people are like, "Fucking white people, this is how they fucking punish their kids." But like that was like a motivator to me. Like in all honesty, if you
Hey,
went the punishment
If
route
that's
with me,
what motivated
or
you,
with whatever, I would have gotten worse just because I know myself.
if that's what I meant.
But you show me a PSP and you go, shit, dog,
Get this
doggy
shit.
dog, we're gonna get this shit.
Don't say doggy dog.
But and then the Vita, I remodeled kitchen. I just remember when that came out, I
Yeah.
fucking was in love. Like
It's-
the Vita is again another one of my like favorite hardwares of all time. Again, near the end, it tapered out.
Did you ever
My
have-
love for it tapered out. But in the beginning,
Uh-huh.
those fucking that launch lineup, I remember listening to podcasts on it, playing games. I was like, this is fucking great. I love this fucking thing. I remember the little augmented
straight
cards that
A's.
came with it. You could jerk off the little resistance guys. Like I remember, it was great. It was a great time.
That's crazy because that handheld, I only had the PSP.
You didn't have a DS? You seem like a weeb.
That's
Yeah,
what I was.
on a
That's what I was
DS.
gonna get to. After the PSP died or whatever, I went way back into the 2DS, 3DS. I went back into that world, Animal Crossing, Pokemon. I mean, that was me. That's where it was at. Cause I don't know why I had this thing in my head where it's like if I'm gonna play God of War, if I'm gonna play this, I'm gonna play on my PlayStation 3. Like I don't need a handheld for this.
And
It's
now-
super weird.
And now you have a Vita or a
Now
Switch.
I have a Switch and it's still docked. I'd never take it out. It's always
Really? I only play in undocked mode.
I can't.
And that's the thing. That's the beauty of it, though.
No,
In
it
all
is.
honesty.
It's cool because I remember I have like a little nightstand next to my bed, and I remember I was playing Smash Bros. That was like the only time I ever like not had a docked where I took it up, put the little flip up thing, and I just had it on and I was playing Smash Bros. On my bed. And I was like, oh fuck, what am I doing? Turn that shit off. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. This is too much. But yeah,
The future is too much for me.
Do you think handheld's still gonna be a thing?
And I know people are think me I'm fucking insane. I think Sony is.
You think Sony's gonna do?
I think
like
Sony's in fucking insane.
They're not gonna do a PS.
I could see them doing it because
You're
why would you give that market up?
Stupid.
Why would as a business why would you give that market up? In all honesty, why would you give that market up when you don't have to? Why would you cede that market to a competitor?
That's Nintendo's world, dude. No, don't dabble in Nintendo's world.
Was it Nintendo's world? Because the PSP fucking blew away the DS.
That's why
Blew away.
That's why the DS is still up, right?
DS.
That's why they still.
Because they're idiots and they fucking don't know how to market shit and they just
Yeah.
rename shit over and over again.
They're idiots.
It's DS.
Hey,
okay,
why
the
don't you at
DS
them,
is
dude.
different than the fucking 3DS, and that's different from the 3DS XL. Like they had a shit ton of different iterations of the DS.
Yeah.
Or the new DS,
Isn't
where
it-
with new DS shit you couldn't play on the DS, and it was like they just kept renaming the same shit.
And
Whereas
guess what? People still ate that shit. People still went to.
I
it
could
and
see the
bought
Yeah, why you
PS5
hating
having
on
some
that?
kind of portable companion.
a portable companion,
Yeah.
kind of like what was that thing for? I think it was for the Vita too. Like, hey, you're playing the PlayStation 4, hit pause, pick up your Vita, and keep playing. Like,
I
that was a
remember
thing, right?
There's a game Sony San Diego was.
It was
developing.
MLB. I thought no,
No,
not San Diego.
no.
But I know
No,
MLB
it
was
was,
one of
yeah,
those.
it was San Diego. They developed MLB, but they were incubating this other game. I forgot what it was fucking called. You look up Sony San Diego canceled game PS Vita. And they were working on the this was like the one game that was like, oh fuck, this is gonna change the game.
Yeah.
It was on PS4 and Vita.
PS4.
And then what you were able to do, it was like a dungeon crawler game, where you can go and you can like tackle shit. Or
Dungeon crawler.
yeah, it was and you can go and you can kill people and your base could be attacked at any moment. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But you could literally go from PS4 to
Lair?
Warriors Lair.
That was the one.
But I wish we had like a screen where I could be like, pull that shit up, Tambo.
I
Like
know.
Yeah, Warriors
to
Lair.
show the video. But you don't remember this game at all?
Doesn't ring a bell.
And like
Maybe-
and they showed it in real time going from the PS4 or the PS3 I
It's
think it was.
PS3.
Yeah,
What was it
PS3 Warriors Lair. And they would take it from the PS3 and then you could pick up your Vita and you could play it on the PS Vita. Like
No.
seamlessly. And like while
Looks-
you're on the go,
looks
you
like-
you can get notifications like, hey, somebody was attacking your base, and you can jump on and you can defend your base. And then you get home and you switch back onto the PS3. It was revolutionary. To me, the PS Vita was before its time. If they would have just held out a couple years, same with PlayStation All Stars. I believe this wholeheartedly. If PlayStation All Stars,
You need to let that go.
listen to this.
Let it go.
If PlayStation
Let
All
it
Stars
go. I'ma
was a
stop singing.
PS4 launch title,
Uh-huh.
it would have fucking done great.
You stupid.
And if the PS Vita was launched after the PS4's launch, it would have fucking done great.
The Vita, yeah, I believe so.
The Vita would have fucking killed. And especially that would give them time to fix shit like the memory card bullshit.
I think for me, I play a lot more like on handheld Vita stuff. I think I play more in like those indie games. I wouldn't play those like the game where you could like play on the go and then play on your PS4. Like I said, for me, it's like I'm either one or the other. I'm not taking this shit with me.
No, imagine this, bro. Well,
Oh.
here's the thing. You don't
Go
have. You don't really have like
Go ahead.
a commute or anything.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, you're right. I don't. Have
I
to
have a
take-
commute,
I don't have to
so
take
I
part for an hour.
heavily enjoy mobile games.
No, for
um,
sure. And I mean, that's where it's at. Again, this is when you should take your Switch.
Yeah, no, I do. But here's the thing though.
What's up?
Imagine this, doggy dog.
Let me go ahead.
Alright.
Take me there, dude. Want me to close my eyes?
You have some kind of fucking nerd trial on fucking Destiny 2, right? And you're in raid, right? And your boys go, "Hey, Andres, let's do this quick fucking nerd trial. It only takes like 10 minutes or
Nightfall?
15 minutes, right?"
Nightfall? Okay, yeah,
Whatever,
we'll
okay,
do-
yeah.
we'll do a Nightfall.
And you're like, "What's up, doggy dog? Like, we could do this night trial?" And you go, "Yeah, dog." And I go, "All right. You know, I'm at work right now, but I got my Vita. So let's do it." And you do it right there. You just knock out the raid real quick.
No way you could knock out a raid in 15 minutes. You
Not a
stupid.
raid, but like whatever, some
I
small
shall- I know
nerd
exactly
shit.
what-
You know what I mean?
Let's do it daily real quick.
Like a
Let's run
Nightfall.
a-
Yeah,
let's-
yeah, yeah,
let's run a
whatever.
strike.
Real quick, done, boom. Or like even like over here, bring your Vita, whatever, knock out a raid, whatever. Like, I don't know, but I get it because that's how I used to be
Mhm.
in terms of I don't play games outside of fucking my house, other than the PSP,
Yeah.
because that was fun killing hookers and getting stars and see who can last the longest.
A hooker who couldn't sell herself. Oh, jeez.
It was I'd like that was a memory of like in terms of like on the bus. That was the only time I ever played video games. Other than that, I was always weird about like how it was perceived.
Like what?
Like just in terms of, like there was always that kid on the bus who played the DS,
The fucking nerd.
and you're like, Like
You're
it's
not-
cool, dude. Do
not
you?
Until you're a group of nerds playing it, then you're like, oh.
But
fuck
yeah,
yourself.
and I feel like that's how it is now. But like in terms of like back then, you're like,
What if some
I don't
kid-
really want to be looked at as that guy. I love video games, and I'll be a nerd, and I'll talk to you about fucking video games and shit. But like, I just never liked the optics of like being that guy on the bus
'Cause
playing
you don't
the
want somebody to call you out.
DS. And again, if that's you, that's all good. It wasn't even about calling out, but like I liked having fun. Like
'Cause
we
of-
ran fucking mischief on the bus. Like, and all those memories would have been fucking forgot. Like, I'm a big proponent, and you see me with the phone thing too. Always
Mhm.
telling you to get off your fucking phone. It's because I like the now. I like living in the now. I like the moments. I like the memories.
Yeah, of course.
So it's one of those things where it's like, I like those memories, and I would never got those if I was just like.
You know,
No, the
always
memories I
on there.
did get were like watching porn on the back of the bus with a bunch of buddies on the PSP.
Hey, who has the biggest phone? Hey, I got the Vita. That's good.
Yeah.
You just watch it. You guys are fucking.
in
oh
the
my god.
in the year of the razors.
No, Mikey, this is why nobody plays Vita, because you watch porn on it. I'm pretty sure there's just like a study that
That was great. X Hamster.
there's
Shout
a-
out.
Pretty sure if somebody could look at their data and be like, what was the Vita's most usage of?
it was the PSP.
It'll be
It was the PSP, you cocksucker.
PSP,
The
PS
Vita I
Vita,
did not use for porn.
whatever it is.
Right.
They're gonna be like, what was this? What was our console most used for? Okay, yeah, for that website. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and cancel this real quick, and it's partly your fault.
Remember Skype for the PSP? It was like a camera attachment.
Fuck.
Good times. God, the PSP was a fucking
I like
hard
the
one.
PSP, the clunkiness of it. I just remember the clunkiness. I remember there was a freaking wrestling game I think they had on it. I'm trying to remember. I think
You're talking about the OG PSP, right?
OG
Like the fat one.
PSP, fat. Like you put it in your pocket and you're like, why are you holding a brick? Like that big ass thing. It was just. I remember having it. I remember I took it on the field trip. I was like the kid who had it, and everybody's like, "What the fuck? That's so fucking cool, dude." And I was like, "Yes, right. Fuck you."
That's such a big. So
And then I'm like, "Okay, everybody got one." It's like when everybody had AirPods. Like you're the first one to have it. Fuck you. Now everybody has them. I'm like,
it's not, it was on this bus for
Yeah.
before everybody. I remember seeing a PSP for the
Mhm.
first time and being like, "Fuck, that's cool."
I know. I always,
Like to me, the PSP wasn't like a nerd thing like the DS. I don't know why, and I think it's my deep PlayStation fanboyism.
it is.
Because here's the thing: back in the day,
Yeah.
like I didn't get news, I didn't keep up. Like it was
You
one of
actually
those
had to
things where it's
go
like,
to it,
yeah, I had my PS2 for the longest time, and then I finally got my PS3, and like in like middle school. Like it was a long time till I got my PS3. Like people
Yeah.
had Xbox 360s for years before I had my PS3.
I think I had my PS3 in.
I didn't get my PS3 till the Slim. I had a PS2 for that long.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I held out.
Yeah, you're for a
I held
fanboy that
out.
you
I
were.
remember I played Force Unleashed on a PS2.
You
The
were that- you were
shit
that-
version. And I
you were that-
remember I remember hearing that the other versions were different.
No, I remember.
And I remember being so upset. I was like, why would they do this to me? Like, why?
You were that
Why
kid.
do I have the shitty version of the Force Unleashed? Because I went over to my friend's house and I played the Force Unleashed, and there's all these different cutscenes and levels that I didn't have.
Yeah, I remember when Black Ops 3 came out for the PS4. They're like, "Yeah, this only has multiplayer. Like, you don't get the campaign." Everybody's like, "The fuck? What do you mean I can't play the campaign?" You were that kid, unfortunately. You were like, "I want to get the new one." Oh wait, no, I can't. I have to get the PS3 version.
I remember that, and then I remember seeing the PSP and being like, that's fucking cool. Oh my god, that burp smelled terrible. I'm so sorry if you smelled that. No, but it was like that's a hot piece of hardware. Like that's fucking cool. Like to me that was like cool. It wasn't like a nerdy thing. It was just like, check this out. Check out my Spider-Man UMD. Let me pop it in. Let's watch Spider-Man, girl. Like let me pop some popcorn. Let's see
Yeah.
where this goes. PSP and chill. You know what I mean?
PSP and chill. Oh my! I think you're literally the
But
only person who's used
I
that.
remember like there's like Crash Team, Tag Team Racing on it. There
Well,
was
you play that for hours.
yeah, and it was cool. Like Daxter was a really fucking fun game on. There's
It
so many
was.
cool games on the PSP, and I just remember being like life changing. And then I got the PS3, and then like
Super
the
weird.
story goes on.
I'm still a Nintendo handheld.
See,
That's where I'm
I'm a fucking PlayStation fanboy, man.
at. Nintendo, where it's
Like I love my Switch,
all
and
the
it took me a
RPGs.
while to love my
Oh
Switch.
my god! I remember I got the. Go ahead.
No, go.
No, because I'm trying to remember like the games that I got for the 3DS. I remember I bought Majora's Mask. Oh, that game was.
Check this out. I bought a DS.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, I'm not even fucking with you.
I
Alright.
feel like you are.
I bought a DS.
Mm-hmm. What you do? What did he do with it?
to solely play Crash Boom Bang. I bought a used DS from GameStop so I could play because that's the one Crash game I never played. I was like, what the fuck is this game? I never heard of this game because I remember going on.
Yeah.
No, listen. I remember going on this website called Bandipedia.
Tambo. I need everybody to come get your mans over here.
It was
Some
called
boys on
Bandipedia.
Bandipedia.
And it was like my fucking website, dog. It was
That was
like
you'd
it
come
was my
home.
website. It was
Bandipedia.
Bandipedia because it was like fucking Wikipedia
You
for
were pretty
Crash
much-
Bandicoot.
You were an admin at that point.
I fucking love this
He
website.
still is to this
dog.
day.
Hey, can you look up and see if Bandipedia is still a thing? Because it was like it had cool pictures. It was
When
like
you say,
cool
I mean,
themes.
the way you say it, me and Tam were like Bandapedia, like they have a bunch of
Banda,
bandas.
like the Banda Wikipedia.
Like
No,
have a bunch of bands like that.
Bandipedia, Bandicootpedia. And I remember saying Boom Bang. I was like, what the fuck's Boom Bang? I was like,
Mhm.
whoa, what is this? I've never fought. I played the Crash
Yeah.
game on the fucking pink Razor. Like, there's like a fucking shitty game that you could buy
Yeah.
on the fucking pink Razor. I was like, I played fucking everything, cocksucker. You're telling me I haven't played this game?
Apparently not.
It's still up, bruh.
I
Well, it's on fandom. It says fandom.
I went to I went to GameStop like the next day.
I need it.
And I bought a DS, like the old gray brick
school.
DS, just because that's all I needed. I didn't want to get any of the new shit.
Yeah.
I just wanted to play that game. So I got the old brick DS. I popped in Crash Boom Bang. I was like, God damn. I beat it. 100%.
My God.
100%. And I was like, I don't ever want to speak about this. This was the worst fucking game I've ever played. And I'm going to
But
put it away. But I kept my DS
I
for my
played it.
Game Boy games sometimes. And the only Game Boy games I ever played,
Which ones?
Crash Bandicoot. all of them. All of them.
That is amazing.
Well, no, and I also played Rugrats. Also a very good Game Boy game.
Rugrats is cool.
Rugrats?
Rugrats. I played
Hey,
the
it's still up, bruh.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And it says you're one of the active administrators.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dog.
That's crazy. I mean, damn.
Damn, that's dude, I haven't thought about a lot of that shit in a long time.
Nostalgia
That was
right
a
there.
fucking walk down memory
Let's
lane.
go walk down memory lane with the Vitas and
Fucking
3DSs and all that.
Crash
Damn,
Boom
bro, they
Bang.
got everything on here. If you want to be an expert on Crash Bandicoot, which Mikey is, he got this all from here.
I can't believe I remember
He
that
created
website.
half the
Bro, it
website.
legit like if you would look at this, it like has contents and it has like games, characters,
Like-
levels, enemies, like everything a breakdown. Like
Okay, I have
Crazy.
I have I want this assignment for Tombo. I just want to see what comes out of this.
Go ahead.
alright?
Go ahead.
Tombo, I want you to type in villager into the search. Into the search?
Okay, search.
On. And I want you to read like
Villager. Okay.
I want you to read like the first. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. Type in Rillaroo.
Can you spell that out?
Rillaroo. Alright? Did it come up?
Yeah.
Alright, type on the character or click on
Uh-huh.
the character.
Yeah.
Alright. And I want you to read like the first couple sentences.
What do you want? There's like
How long is that page?
appearance, personality, like what you want. Like
Oh,
there's a
they
couple
changed it then.
sentences.
Oh,
you know?
fuck. It was like a breakdown of like what they were.
Screenshot it. Take
Did
a picture of that tonight and then put it on your put it on your Twitter. See what
Really?
it says.
It's just a character that was introduced in Crash Bash. He is a cross between a gorilla and a kangaroo. Kind of what the. Rillaroo is one of the playable characters in the game. He helps Ukas, blah blah blah.
Did you write that?
Personality. Let's see his personality. According to the Crash Bash manual, Rillaroo has the disposition of a train wreck and prefers to take his time around the arena. Suggesting is rather patient.
Suggesting he's very patient. They drew an
Yeah.
assumption out of the Crash Bash manual.
Bruh.
The reason I chose him is because he only appeared in one Crash Bandicoot game.
My
Of
God.
course.
Yeah, so that's,
And
how
that's
you know.
on Crash
So
Bash.
you tested your.
Okay, do you see like how deep I
Yeah.
fucking have
You
the
went
like
deep.
knowledge?
That was
hole?
a deep one. That's the one we have to actually look for. You crazy son of a bitch, dude.
Damn.
It's
No,
good
it's
shit.
cool. I mean, you love a game like that much. Props to you, man.
Thank you.
It still sucks though.
Thank you, Tom.
Oh fuck.
Oh my God.
How'd this podcast get on to we're talking about Railroad? All right.
I don't know, but pretty much that's the end of it, though. I mean, as far as gaming news, that's pretty much it. Xbox going all out. Hopefully, they announce something really, really cool with all the 7 studios they got. Hopefully, they announce something good. GameStop being a complete shitter that can't sell themselves like a hooker.
Shitter.
And yeah, I mean, it's just pretty crazy. I mean, I'm just gonna get more excited.
You know what's funny?
What's up, Tambo?
Look who got fucked at the end. Sorry, GameStop. Cause they always gave you like 50 cents for a like game that you bought for like $60. What do you mean, bro?
Yeah, you're getting mad right now.
Tombo's trying to buy some weed,
fuck
man. He
GameStop.
just wants to sell his fucking Crash
just-
Boom
I'm
Bang
just saying-
copy.
Listener question. Let's get into this part.
Hey. You taking my job, bruh.
Go ahead.
That's
Tambo, I'm
my
sorry.
job. That's my job.
All right.
You
Tambo?
Liked you liked that on the last week.
All right,
didn't you?
hold on.
Fuck.
Listener questions.
What kind of? I wish I could just like record that and just like replay it whenever like.
We'll get there eventually.
We'll get there. Just a button that goes dude.
Bruh.
Like an actual.
All right, so all right.
Questions.
Yeah, we're
All right, hold on. I got better.
No, it's talking.
No. Yeah,
do it.
we're-
All right.
all right. So listener questions. Adam Wistra asked GameStop's future, past experience / memories.
So
GameStop memories.
the people are gonna really hate the audio.
Jesus.
They're gonna hate
Yeah.
the shit
No,
out
it
of it.
sounds pretty good though, Tombo. Right?
No, it just sounds like crazy because I can't see when you're gonna talk, so it's like
No, don't.
Tombo can't
no,
tell.
no,
when
no,
I'm
no,
really
talking.
stop
I'm,
doing
I'm
that.
about to mute you.
Yeah, he's gonna mute you. Sorry, guys, for Mikey not knowing how to use a microphone.
Jonas, what else do you want to complain about, you son of a bitch?
But again, Adam Wistra, I mean, always day one says A1 says day one. He kind of emphasized he wanted to talk about GameStop
He
and know
just
about
read
that.
the question.
Well, I know, but
he like-
paraphrased it.
yeah,
I
like,
paraphrased it on the
I was like,
actual Twitter thing because I was gonna get into it. But he just wanted to know. I mean, we talked about the GameStop and the experience of what they're going through. But again, your
Hey,
guys-
bro, next time you do the news, make sure you just copy and paste it. Cause no,
I'm better than that. Don't
no.
do it. Fucking do it.
he was about to. I was
He was
about
to
to
do it, but it's pretty much said your past experiences, memories. It sucks. I mean, one thing that I want to kind of get into a little bit really quickly is just what the people in GameStop are cool. I mean, it's as far as a business model.
Cynthia
and how they
came
run
from fucking GameStop.
it. Yeah, she worked there. She worked at a
She
GameStop.
quit.
An hour sucked.
Just like
Can't
Chip
complain.
Gaming, you know what I'm talking about?
Damn, dude.
My boy taking shot.
I know, for real. It's all good though.
This is a joke, guys. We can all
We
joke.
got serious, dude. Everybody's just like, oh, what the fuck's
Like,
going on?
whoa,
Alright, let's go.
But again,
Sorry,
it's
no
just
fun.
The people, as far as a business, they suck. People who work there, they're pretty cool. I mean, the people when I go pick up my pops, hey, what's up, dude? Hey, yeah, what's up, man? What you been up to? What you collecting?
They know you?
It's to that point where
Andreas,
they
you have a
just
problem.
they just see me and they're like, oh, it's that fucking guy who gets pops. Like, I'm not even a guy who gets games. Oh, dude, I remember. So last time, just a quick story about GameStop. I pre-ordered so many pops. I pretty much the Avatar: The Last Airbender, the cartoon show. I pre-ordered all of the pops. I was like, I went to the store and I wanted to pre-order. I was like, let me pre-order this one. Let me pre-order Aang. This one. Appa. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Just pre-order all of them. So I pre-ordered all
My
of them.
boy's balling. He's balling.
And then when I picked it up, right, they didn't even give me like a bag. They literally just got the box that they were in and like, yeah, just take the whole box, dude. Just taking up space in the back. And I was like, fuck, okay, I have a problem. They literally gave me a box for all my pops, and it was like a good like 8 pops.
I'm slacking. I need to get back in there. The last time I went to GameStop was to buy those Tutakus. I need to go back in there because they released a
It's a cool
shit
thing,
ton
but like I
more.
said,
And it's one of those things where it's like, I don't want to miss them.
you can't.
Like, I've won down the rabbit hole, and it's one of those things where it's like, that's why I can't do Amiibos. It's because I know there's shit that I'm not going to be able to get. At least with
Oh,
these, I'm
yeah.
able to get
I got some
them.
amiibos. I thought about selling my
Hey, I
amiibos.
want that Chavo del Ocho one.
Chavo del Ocho,
I
that's
want
the
it,
one.
bruh. I want
The
it because
Chapulín
cause-
Colorado?
yeah, cause
Culo?
when I'm gonna build my PC, I seen that a lot of people could put the pops in it. Like that's something I
like
wanted. Yeah.
that glass. That's pretty dope. That's pretty cool though. But yeah, for me, GameStop and the people are cool. Business, they suck, but it happens.
Oh, one GameStop memory. I
That
know
was my GameStop memory.
I
My
know we
GameStop
talked about
memory.
it.
My GameStop
Picking
memory
up
is that
pops?
one.
You
Picking up
didn't have
pops,
any like when you were like
and then
younger?
that's my most recent one. As far as recent GameStop memories, is me going in there just looking at all their games and kind of like, okay, what's used and what's not and shit like that. But
Dumbo, what's your GameStop memory?
Nah, you go, bruh.
Do you have one?
You go.
I'm trying to think if I have one.
you don't.
No, the Midnights. I remember the Midnight
Midnight
launches were a fucking thing. Like, that was something I went to the midnight of, like, the games nobody gave a fuck about, like PlayStation All-Stars. Like, and they always did the midnights. There wasn't a game that they really didn't do a midnight. And I remember being in line for PlayStation All-Stars. I was talking to the guy, like, oh, yeah, you excited about it? And he's like, yeah, man, blah, 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 blah. And then, like, there came a moment where like we were talking and like I realized he wasn't in line for the game that I was in line for. He realized I wasn't in the line that he was in the line for.
Yeah.
Because apparently fucking Sonic fucking Generations was coming out that night as well. And he thought that line was for fucking Sonic Generations. It's like, oh man. There's like no way
You guys
that
just bought
line
the
would
game
be
to
for
Switch.
Sonic Generations.
Can't believe there'd be a game for that. I mean, I've never been to those big launch games where they actually have people go there, like Call of Duty launches. Like I've never been to one where there's tournaments and shit. I've never been to a GameStop like that.
PS4 was fucking huge.
That shit was a shit show. I remember that. The manager there at that time was a piece of shit.
At GameStop?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was a piece of shit.
Ours is big. They rented a TV and they did like a Call of Duty tournament because Call of Duty launched with the PS.
I hate that one of
PS4.
Ghosts.
Yeah, whatever.
It's a piece
They
of shit.
they did that.
Piece of shit.
It was a good. Actually, if you look up PlayStation Conversation, I think it's under Chiptooth Gaming. I think I changed it before we did this channel.
Huh?
I think it's under Chiptooth Gaming. It's my old channel. I did like a video at the PlayStation 4
Yeah.
midnight release.
Go fucking join them, dude. Fuck you.
Fuck it, it's the same thing. Just go look at it. I want to get them on our channel.
That's funny.
But like I remember that was like a big deal. I still have the receipt
Do you really?
for my PS4.
I still have, I collect the. I don't collect, but I keep
How,
the
bruh?
boxes.
How do you still have a receipt?
Keep the
I have-
boxes.
Unless you like left it in the box. Like
No,
sometimes I do
He
that.
did it
like,
like he treated it like a Pokemon card. He put it in a sleeve and like have it there. He has,
yeah,
a
he has
frame.
it like laminated.
I have like
It's actually right here next to the camera to your left. You can't see it. If I
I-
would be able to move the camera, I
I
would.
have a memory box, so I like drop everything in my like memory box, and like that again as a PlayStation
Who has
fanboy, as a PlayStation fanboy, that was in my memory box. I still have my first iPod as well. It was the USB stick one.
Yeah.
Remember that shit where it's
Yeah.
like white and it like pops out. It's white.
Oh,
Remember that shit?
Oh, I remember that.
I still have one of those.
I do. I remember that.
I had a Zune.
You had a
should do
Zoom?
it one time on the podcast. We should plug it into like some speakers and see what music I was listening to.
Yeah, I do not want to know what the
don't
music.
wanna- But
Yeah.
Backstreet Boys.
I want it that way.
Tell me why. All right. Let's go on to the next question. It's from the homie Jonas DC.
Fuck you, Jonas.
He doesn't mean that. He loves you. This is a
do, I
cool
love
question though, because this is a really thoughtful, provoking. You know, if you could. Oh, Tambo, my bad. I'm all up in
I
your
was-
group. Tambo
bruh,
was looking at me.
I
like,
was just
"You
like,
piece of shit." I'm sorry, Tambo. This is your
I
time to
was
shine.
waiting. Bro.
I didn't paraphrase this. This was
come
copy
on, you
paste.
cocksucker.
This was copy paste.
Questions with Tambo.
Doing that shit.
That's a
I
good
was-
segment.
oh
That's a
my
good segment.
God.
All right,
Jesus.
guys. Next
Oh
time,
my God.
ban him from doing that shit.
Yeah,
I'm
you're gonna
sorry.
be banned.
That was good.
All right, so at Jonas DC, whack ass username. Come on, bro. If you
This
can't
is-
go
he's gonna
back
stop
in
following
time
us.
and reinvest all the time you spent in gaming into a different hobby or passion, what would it be? And no, masturbation is not a valid answer. Well, I can't tell you nothing, Jonas. Then, bro. Sorry.
Because you would have been the
I got
best
no other-
masturbator of all
Yeah.
time.
He'd be
Mhm.
the masturbator.
The master, like the master.
You're the master of the
If
game.
there's Pokemon
Yep.
champions, like he'd be the Pokemon champion of masturbating.
Exactly.
I
All
want to
right.
be the very best.
Tumble, remind me, this is the last time he drinks fucking wine.
In all honesty, again, it's not even the one. I'm not even drunk. I'm not
Can
even
you
drunk.
answer the question?
I'm
You've
not
held,
even
you've
drunk.
held
Look,
my
look.
hand. He's
I'm
held
not-
my
I'm
hand
not
like at
even
least
drunk.
30 times.
I'm not even drunk.
Can you answer the question then?
You know who usually says
go
that? The
first.
people that are drunk. I'm not drunk. I'm not
No,
drunk.
I hate those people because those people are always like,
Like,
I know my
uh,
limits. I know my limits. And it's like, shut the fuck up. You say that every time you don't know your limits.
All right, so next time, no wine for Mikey.
What are you
You
talking
sound so familiar.
Sorry, it's a good. No
Oh.
line from Mike.
Jesus, you're muted, bro.
He's
You're
muted. Just keep him muted. No, it's a really cool question. I mean, for me,
It's really cool.
it's okay. I mean, it's thought
Wait,
provoking.
what
I'm over
part?
here trying to think what else I would be. Like maybe I'd go outside a little bit and be a playing sport. But I mean, gaming is just a huge part of what I've grown up with. It's always I see myself being a 70-year-old gamer, like fucking old as shit, talking hella shit, like you little fucking.
Man, he's 10 years away from that, you know?
Pretty much
Fucking old, man.
the way that I look like.
Fucking 60 years old.
He's saying I'm old. That's what he's saying, Tambo. He's a piece of shit saying I'm old. But no, I mean, again, it's just, I can't really see it not being a part of because that's what it was. Like for me, gaming was a huge part. I mean, granted, when I was a kid, you'd play with your cousins, you'd play outside. But I mean, as far as a different hobby, shit, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's hard because, like,
That's what she said.
it sucks it sucks to think about. Like, if you think about life, and I know that sounds weird to some people. Like, the people who are, like, super, like, I fucking climb, bro. I'm part of the climbing community. And, like, I fucking work out, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got
bruh.
this creatine. I got this new creatine. Like, I hate those people. But
Why you hating, bruh?
He's hating.
I'm just a hater. That's what I do. But yeah, it's just one of those things where I guess I would try to invest it into something productive, like
'Cause I'm trying to-
math.
Yeah.
Like, in all honesty,
Math, yep.
like try to be a fucking physicist or some shit. But it's one of those things where it's like, what a boring life, and it's like
Not
it
even
reminds me
normal,
of
but
it reminds me of like Rhett and Link, right? So like the reason I like doing this is because one, I like gaming, I like talking about it, I like being
Yeah.
a fucking idiot, I like being able to fucking say, well, yeah, fucking. I like being a fucking idiot, right? And even though
You got that
this
part
isn't
right.
like our full time thing, like this keeps me sane.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where I think back to like the people, Rhett and Link.
They would do this. Like, this would be your hobby and passion for sure.
Yeah, but like Rhett and Link.
Yeah.
Like the
Good mythical morning, guys.
Yeah, exactly. So what they did was they were engineers. They were civil engineers.
Smart motherfuckers.
Yeah, and they just weren't fucking happy. Like they went
crazy.
to college, they went to fucking everything, and they weren't fucking happy. And they started fucking making dumb YouTube videos and dumb commercials like for free for like local businesses. It went viral, and they fucking started Good Mythical Morning, and they're fucking huge, and they get to do
Huge.
what they love, and they're great at what they do. And it's one of those things where it's like, even though, like, I would want to invest it into this earlier. I would want it to be able to do this earlier, and maybe
yeah.
not necessarily gaming if I can't do gaming shit. Like, I would want to get good at video production earlier. I would have wanted to tell myself to get good at this shit earlier.
No, definitely.
So I'm not later in the game to all this shit.
For sure. I mean, for me, not being a cop out and being like, I don't know what to do. I mean, for sure, I'd probably do something around like the sports world, like in that media, in that form, in a way or sense. If I could ever figure that out, if I could
I
go
think
back
I would have
in
done
time.
paintball, bruh.
You would have done paintball? Oh,
Yeah,
dude, you'd
I
be
love
clapping us.
paintball, dude.
You do. Do you still go out? Do you still go out and do that stuff or no?
No, well, since I got this new job, I barely passed like my probation or whatever.
Yeah.
So then I'm gonna try to see if I could like somehow get like every other Sunday off or some shit.
Yeah.
So when you start your vlogs, we're gonna do a Chip Teeth Gaming paintball course,
Oh,
right?
bruh.
Get me
Yes,
Andres,
bruh.
Flowers.
I'm
we're
too much.
Tambo.
I'm too big of a target. I'm cool.
Bruh, you're
Bruh, you
come on, bruh.
You're-
You're not saying that right now,
You're
dude.
talking to
You're
Tambo?
talking to me, bro. You're
I'm
talking
taller.
to me.
I'm taller.
It does.
Shut
You're
up,
like what? How tall are you?
7 feet.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast,
Thank you to our sponsors,
Yeah.
Super Guys.
You're the expert. I trust you.
bro. You're not like honestly. You're not big of a target. I feel like you just gotta move. Just hide
Tambo can do it.
Yeah.
Tambo could do- I'm
If I could do it, you could do it.
Don't be such
Let's
a
get it.
bitch.
I ain't no bitch. Mama raised no bitch. So I'm not. Let's get it hopping. Because I know. Remember you actually.
Hey. Actually, why don't we do this and actually see if any of like our fans will try to like come out and join us? Because I mean, it is like a group thing. So
Yeah,
No,
if
for
you're in
sure.
the Bay
you know,
Area,
yeah.
we
Anybody
should
in the Bay
plan
Area.
a Chip Tooth
Paintball.
paintball event where we just all go and fucking shoot each other
If
with
you
balls of paint.
win, get a free shot at Mikey.
Yep. No shirt.
Ooh. Why is it always me, guys? Why is it always
Because you like
me?
taking off your shirt.
I like taking off your shirt.
Yeah, exactly, bro. So,
Oh man, let's make it happen though. That'll be pretty fun.
Yeah,
That'll be
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
fun. But no, cool paintball. Get into more of the video production. That's cool, man. Great question. That's a cool question, Jonas.
It was, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I would want to get like better earlier, but like, fuck.
But this
like,
is your passion, though,
the
man.
video. Yeah, that's what's cool. Is like video, like editing movies would be cool. But like in all honesty, I'd rather be get paid to be an idiot on the internet talking about fucking video games than editing the next Avengers.
What if
And
you're
that's
editing-
just me
that
personally.
Sucks. You're editing the next Avengers. You know how it fucking ends. Man, fuck. I guess we'll see how it ends first, and then not know what happens.
Yeah,
in the middle
yeah.
of the
Because
movie.
they do
bro,
a
I
lot of
wonder how
fucking
hard it
segment.
is to edit. Like, even like when we edit our videos or when I edit my videos, like, bro, like
Takes a minute.
it takes a minute. Like if you're like starting, like it takes
Imagine
a minute.
this,
Yeah.
It's a film.
So
they wanna make
imagine
it
like a
right.
film, like, and they got like other stuff
Different
and
cameras,
different angles
all
and
this shit. It's crazy.
dude, that's crazy. Look at my boys already going to sleep
He's
over
going to
there.
sleep. So we gotta
Sorry.
call it a
No, it's
wrap.
good.
We're
It's
Jesus.
gonna call it a
Is that a wrap? And thank you to our sponsor, Supercuts, for sponsoring
it's
this
not-
episode of Completely
No,
Consensual.
not a
no.
sponsor.
Use the code Double D to get your free Supercut
Please
at
don't.
Supercuts.
Yeah,
And
don't.
after that, every Supercut after that will be 5% off. Remember, that is code
This-
Double D. Go ahead
Do
and
not
leave
listen
that
to
in the
this,
little,
please.
there's going to be a little
Avoid
microphone
this.
in the top corner of supercuts.com. Go ahead and put Double D
This
once
is-
again into that corner, and you can print out your free Supercuts haircut. Take it away.
Anyways,
Bro, that was just.
thank you guys for listening to this episode of Completely Consensual right here on Chiptooth Gaming. Don't forget, we did post a little bit. We're gonna post a little bit. Wait, we're gonna be on time, right?
Hey, you
'Cause we
forgot
recorded
something.
a day late.
What'd
Wait.
you make today?
Huh?
What'd you make today?
I mean, we're late. I can
Wh-
try to get up tonight. What time is it?
What'd you make today?
I don't know what did I make today.
What?
Well, I know I got you. I'm getting there. I'm gonna get you there. 'Cause I'm, gonna get you. I'm just trying to make sure this is gonna be posting on the correct date tomorrow, Friday.
I mean, that's not the correct date. Today is technically the correct date.
we're a day
Thursday.
Yeah,
behind.
'cause it's
Sorry,
Thursday,
Yeah,
guys.
we're a
so-
day behind. I could probably get it up tonight, though. In all
We
honesty.
can't.
Also, for some reason, the last week's episode doesn't have the thumbnail. I have to work on that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make sure it's typed correctly too. So don't worry about it. We'll make
Yeah.
sure everything's.
Sorry, guys. It's just me.
Hey,
I'm a fucking
it's a
idiot
delay,
at the
It's
helm.
all good. Things, but we still got an episode out, so I'm happy about that. Cool things about we're doing up here.
Cool things.
Cool things.
Cool, bro.
Cool things.
My outros need to get better, so Mikey doesn't need to do that, guys. I'm so sorry. I apologize. But you can always follow us.
Tombo, wasn't that
On-
bad?
It was bad. He
Tombo,
wants to
wasn't
mute you.
that bad? Was it unbearable?
It's almost as
Bro,
bad as
I
you
have
cutting me off.
like headphones on right now, bro. And listening to you like right. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted, bro. On the spot.
You
Muted.
muted? Thank you.
Yeah.
Keep him muted for the rest of the
Muted.
thing because I was just going to need to close out. Make sure, thank you guys for watching, listening. You can always catch us on iTunes, Google Play, all that good stuff,
Look at
Spotify.
Oh Jesus.
ChipToothGaming, YouTube.com. Follow us there, please. And we created an Instagram. We're going to go ahead and follow us on CTG Vids on Twitter, CTG Vids at Instagram. You can follow Mike Supercut Doherty at Cheeks Jr.
What's up, players?
Is it Cheeks _ Jr.?
Cheeks _
Cheeks _ Jr. You can follow my boy Tambo at Tambo Vlogs. You can follow me at Compa Andres on Twitter as well, guys.
So many liquids.
I'm going to cut this off so you don't have to see this anymore. I know there's a lot of white in the screen right now, so
Jesus, oh my God.
thank you guys. See you next time. I'm just fucking. I'm not drunk.
Nothing.
I know.